Hello. I was nearly going to say Facebook then. Hello, YouTube. I am recording this in YouTube. So happy New Year. It is, what are we on? The 13th. So I'm still saying Happy New Year. I don't know when we have to stop saying that, but I am here to give you some top tips on how to not only get started with the meditation practice, but how to keep going with it. So what I find tends to happen is, people mean well. This time of year, we kind of all set these goals and intentions, and we're like, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be peaceful and zen-like, and I'm going to start a practice that actually is good for me. We start thinking about a healthier diet, walking a little bit more, moving our bodies, and perhaps you're thinking about meditation, but you're just not sure, not really only where to start, but what are the best ways that make sure you keep going? Because as we know, with any habit, it takes a good 30 to 60 days to really start to stick. And that's why a lot of the yoga tutorials that do these 30-day challenges and things like that are popular, because it gets you in that habit. You get used to getting up and rolling out your mat and just doing the do, and it becomes second nature. And that's the thing that I'm going to talk about. So if we start to just slot it in when we've got 5 minutes, if we think I'll get round to it later in the day, you can bet that it won't happen. I know that happens for me, and I've been doing this stuff for a long time. So who am I? I am Adele, and I am the owner and creator of Find Your Inner Sparkle. And this is a business that's been a dream of mine for a long time, that I help people find their peace, presence, and purpose. I help people to practice tools out of a toolbox that help you to get out of anxiety, fear, stress, overwhelm, to get up the emotional scale, not only towards feeling, content, because wouldn't that be nice for most of us if we just weren't down there in the depths of anxiety, fear, and despair and depression, but, beyond that, up the emotional ladder scale, up towards bliss and joy and love and peace all the time, not just kind of when we're practicing on our yoga mat. What we want to be doing is feeling that after that event has happened. So meditation is my number one tool in my toolbox. When I sat down to list out all the things that I do to help me to move up that emotional scale and to stay up that emotional scale, more to the point, meditation was the first thing I wrote down. If you think of it like, we're all really used to, we know what we have to do to get strong. We know if we want to build our biceps and our triceps and our whatever else we want to build, abs, we know that we want to go to the gym because that's the best place to go, right? Or we hire a personal trainer, or we start running because we want to get fitter and leaner. So everyone knows, right? If you was to say, you go into work and you say like, oh, Happy New Year, what are your goals? Like, oh, I want to lose some weight. Everyone knows. They'd be like, all right, well, have you joined a gym? Are you going running? What is it that you're doing? Are you walking your 10 to 12K steps a day? But it's a little bit more fuzzy when it comes to our mental health. And although we're getting better, we still don't talk about it enough to go into work and say, what are your goals this year? I just want to feel more at peace. I just want to stop feeling so stressed and so overwhelmed and so panicky and, having these bouts of depression and anger and rage and whatever's going on for you. And, having somebody say to you, oh, well, have you tried meditation? Because that's where I want us to be. I'm going to go into a primary school this afternoon, which is really exciting, to get in while they're young and start teaching some of this stuff of how to maintain a good state of mental health. It's so important. And so meditation. And if one of my tips, so let's get into the tips. Number one is, don't worry about getting it wrong. And it's really important because this is the number one blocker. I'd say time. I don't have the time is the number one blocker. And then fear of getting it wrong. Because what people say is, I can't stop my mind from thinking. My mind keeps thinking. It just gets in the way when I'm trying to meditate. It just starts to go, yeah, but what about this? What about this? I've got this to do later. And, then it's just ruined and I've not done it. So it puts me off coming back tomorrow and doing it again, because what's the bloody point, right? So I want to dispel that myth today and to say to you, look, if you were going to the gym and you could only lift like the 1K weights or the 2K weights, and you were bit disheartened, and you were like saying to the personal trainer, do you know what? I'm not going to come back tomorrow because I can't lift the weight. So that guy over there is lifting 5K or she's lifting 6K or whatever it might be. And so I'm clearly not built for weightlifting. I'm clearly not built for being fit and healthy. I'm just going to go back, sit on the couch and eat my crisp. What do you think they'd say to you? They'd be like, no, 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 no. They've been coming for like 3 years. That's why they can lift that. And they've not only been coming like once every now and again, they've been showing up 3 times a week. They've been doing this stuff consistently, and that's why they can do what they do. So firstly, we've got to stay the course. We've got to commit, and we've got to have that discipline. Otherwise, we do not get better at it. We don't build that muscle and build that skill. But secondly, the very fact that you commit to 5 minutes, 10 minutes doing a meditation practice means that you are practicing meditation. Now, the state of meditation is something different. It's just a bit of terminology. We're not going to worry about that here today for this short video. But you're practicing, all right, you're practicing concentration, really, the art of concentration. This is the skill that you need to master to get into the state of meditation. And that can take years. It could take a lifetime or more. So let go of your results and just focus on doing the do. Focus on doing the practice no matter what. Give yourself that goal. You're going to do 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you do. Like you would set a step counter. If you're not doing any meditation at all now, start small and just say to yourself, I'm just going to do 5 minutes. So you sit there and you meditate. And meditating, practicing the skill of meditation means that every time you notice your thoughts and they're getting distracted and you're going off on one, you patiently bring your attention back to something time and time again. What that attention is focusing on could be a million and one things. We can use the breath, we can use a mantra, we can use an object. So there are loads and loads of different types and styles and ways that you can meditate. But the skill of stay in the course, sitting there no matter what, knowing that you're not getting it wrong is what I wanted to say, first of all. So secondly, number 2 is set a time. Now, this is not set in stone. So if it's like 7 a.m. and you missed it by 15 minutes, you think, what's the point? I've missed it. It's just more of a framework in terms of I meditate in the morning, or it's better for me to meditate in the evening, or it's better for me to meditate at lunchtime, whatever that looks like for you, because it's got to work in your schedule. It's got to fit into your day. Now, for me, if I don't do it in the morning before everything else begins and my day ramps up, it doesn't happen. Not until I'm getting in bed again at night. And then meditating in bed at night, okay, it's better than nothing. And in fact, if you can, do it either end of the day, it's brilliant for you and it will help you have a better quality sleep. But really, if you're lying down and you're tired and you're sleepy and you're ready for bed, what really will happen is it will help you to drift off to sleep. So it's not true meditation. So it's better than nothing. If you can't do it at any other time, still do that. But you really ought to be working towards a seated meditation practice so that you don't fall asleep. So set a time. The idea of this is that you commit to that time, and it helps with this habit. So you're building a habit that means, I get up at this time, I do a meditation. It's kind of really part of my day. So set a time and really try and stick to it. Number 3 is to choose a style that works for you. So like I say, there are lots of different types, and I'm not saying pick one and just stick to it because you might get bored. But some people will say to me, I had somebody the other day say, oh, I'm just really not good at visualization. So when people are like guiding through all this beautiful imagery and visualization of objects and places and things like that, they just can't see it. So we're all built differently. And if you can't get on board with that, what's going to happen? You're going to give up. You're going to be like, it's not for me. It's not my thing. So pick something that works for you. Maybe guided meditation's best for you because you just left to your own devices, you will be just thinking about all of the things on your plate. You wouldn't be able to concentrate. And so a guided meditation suits you down to the ground. Pick a methodology that suits you, that you like. And to do that, you need to try them all. So find different ways of meditating. Go online, go on YouTube, find there's different apps and tools that you can use, like the Calm app, where they do a little daily calm, 10 minutes every day. So Insight Timer is another one that I recommend. Find an app, find a teacher, find a channel, find a methodology that works for you, that you enjoy and that you're not going to give up on. Tip number 4, I have just mentioned it. Please try seated meditation. If you are not able to do it seated for whatever reason, of course, again, it's better than not doing it at all, doing it lying down. If you're going to lie down, I would bend the knees and put the feet flat on the floor. This is called constructive rest pose, and it means that you're less likely to fall asleep because you're having to lift the knees and activate the legs a little bit. But if possible, sit up. That might mean, to begin with, you need to sit against a wall or a support because you've got weak muscles in the low back. Most of us have weak muscles in the low back because we in the West anyway sit down a lot, we round the spine, and so these muscles down here in the low back get stretched and long and weak. So you need to really be doing a yoga practice or something that's going to help you to strengthen your core, to strengthen your back muscles, to open your hips, to be able to actually physically relax your shoulders because you've been trained on how to relax the muscles in the body on command. So a yoga practice goes hand in hand if you're wanting to start meditating, so that you can sit comfortably without your mind getting distracted by the fact that your body is screaming at you because it's in pain or discomfort. So do what you can to help that process. Do your yoga practice, use props, sit yourself up. So I'm using a bolster, a yoga bolster, but you can sit on a block or a cushion or a couple of pillows or even a couple of folded blankets. So lift your hips, elevate yourself. It's going to help. So props, a wall, cover yourself with a blanket, make sure you're warm enough, comfortable enough, make it nice, get some, I've got my little candles here and my little flowers and my little statues. So set up your space. That's like an extra tip, so that it's nice and cozy and that it's inviting and that you want to go into your meditation space. It's not like oh God, I've got to meditate today. Make it inviting. Tip number 5, although I think you've got some sneaky extra ones in there, is one of my favorites. If you knew the benefits of meditation, you wouldn't skip it. I always bang on about this to my clients and my students. I always compare it to brushing your teeth, asking how many people skip brushing their teeth and only do it a couple of times a week, or it can go weeks without doing it. Most people are horrified. They're like, oh my God, hell no. Just think about that. Why do you not skip brushing your teeth? You know the benefits of brushing them. You've been brought up with those benefits. Wash your face, brush your teeth. You're going to have nice skin and you're going to have nice teeth. You don't want horrible teeth, horrible skin. So we do the things that are necessary to keep us healthy. If you know the benefits of meditation, and I haven't got time, I'll do another video on it actually. I'm going to be doing these every Friday at 11 a.m. UK time, so you can get used to hopping in if you want to join me live. So I will do another video on the benefits, so that we're not going to go over too long on this one. But if you knew the benefits, and you can just look them up, there are so many for your mental health and your physical health. I put it to you that you would put this into your daily routine and you wouldn't miss a single day. Because if you want those benefits, and I don't know a single person that wouldn't want them, better quality sleep, lower blood pressure, better mood, better focus. So there's like so many, you just wouldn't skip. Like, why would you skip? It's so important to me. It's my number one tool. It's up there on the list. So my hope and wish for you is that it's going to become one of your go-to things that you do every single day, or at least a few times a week, if not every day. So if you knew the benefits, you wouldn't skip it. So hopefully those 5 tips, if you want to watch this back, write them down, put them on a card, stick them up somewhere. Has it given you enough motivation and enough knowledge and enough confidence to now set a time, set up your area, get on your cushion, get on your meditation cushion, and practice meditation every single day? I would love to hear from you. So please, please, please help my channel grow. It's like really, really tiny, really tiny. And this year, 2023, I want this channel to grow. So you can help. Hit the like button for this video, for one. Pop a little comment in the comments box. Just say, thanks very much. Hi, brilliant tips. My favorite tip is whichever, 1 to 5. So pop a little comment in. And you can always share this as well. If you've got friends and colleagues and you know that they're struggling with their mental health, share this video out. Say, I watched this video, I learned something. Maybe you can learn something too. You can just easily click share, copy the link, share it however you want to share it. So do those things. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would make me so happy. It would help me more than you know, and it's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. And I would love for you to do those things. So please do join me again next Friday. Before I go, I'm going to pull a little card. I've been doing this in my Facebook group for years, and I moved it onto YouTube just to see how we go with this channel. So I'm just going to pull a little oracle card. So for anyone that's watching this live or on replay, this card is for you. So this deck is a beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. So gorgeous. The Rose. Let me know how you are. If you are watching this video, I would love to hear how you're doing, how your January is doing so far. It's very, very wet and rainy here in the UK. So sick of the rain. How are you doing? How's your New Year and how was your Christmas? Okay. The card is the Rose Garden. The Rose Garden. So, innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. So let me see what it says in the book. You're holy and whole. You're innocent and innately good. You're wholly welcome here. You never got kicked out of the garden. None of us did. This card delivers a message of welcomeness. How lovely is that for my new reinvigoration of my channel? Returning to our innocence. If you feel as if you've done something wrong without knowing what you've done, if you feel ashamed about hurting someone, if you're finding it hard to forgive yourself, this card is gently calling you to release any shame, judgment, or bad feelings, to do what you need to do to let go and make amends. To remember that you're human, and as a human, you're here to learn and grow. And so is everyone else. You're not broken. You never were. You're a work in progress. We all are. You're learning and unlearning. We all are. Be gentle with yourself, and in turn, be gentle with others. Return to your humanity, your humanness. Remember that you were never perfect, and human being isn't about perfection. Grow and learn, but do it softly. You have goodness in you. Remember that, cherish that, and cherish that in others too. We are all doing the best we can. When we learn, we can choose to do something new. Commit to learning and doing better each and every day. This is what it means to be human, to embrace our humanness. Without it, we deny the shadow, and it's through facing the shadow without defense that we can learn and grow. Embrace your humanity, and you'll find it easier to embrace others and the whole world. And the question is, how can you be more gentle with yourself? What a beautiful, beautiful card. Mwah. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that I find you well, and I will see you all again next week. Bye for now. Sending love.